It is a race against time with the amount of charge I have on my battery. So I am going to try and make it as quick as I can. Welcome to The Nutshell for another daily review of Love Island US Season 2. Today I am... Let me just go and change my battery. I'll be right back, guys. Now, where were we before we were so rudely interrupted by a dying battery? Yes, we were doing a review on episode 13. Note, if you're new to this type of content, specifically Love Island reviews on my channel, know that I am not including the More to Love episode recap. This is just straight raw footage that we're getting. So basically we were left with the teaser of Casa Amor coming in, meaning that there are going to be five new boys coming to the villa and 5 new girls at Casa Amor, and that's where it left off. Actually, we're reviewing episode 12. Sorry, y'all. Welcome to Casa Amor. Yes, this is the long-awaited review. Honestly, I don't quite remember in sequence what actually happened, and that is why I have my handy-dandy notes right here with me, but I'm not going to show y'all because I'm just not about that life. So, it started off with early morning yoga, and everyone in the house was just like completely not up for it. Not really not up for it, but more of like still they were all sleepyheads, and the only person who was up and preppy and like, you know, cheery was none other than Sally, Miss Cheerleader. I meant Sally, not silly, okay? So don't get twisted, okay? So I have a question right out the gate. Are any of you guys morning people? Because I know for sure I'm not a morning person at all. You couldn't pay me. Well, I'm not paid to wake up early in the morning, and I haven't been paid, so I just wake up out of necessity. But I'm the type of person who, no, let's just be honest. On vacations, I wake up real late. So they had like, you know, morning yoga, and I thought that was really cool to see them exercising in ways that were, I don't know. I just thought it was cool. And then afterwards, by the way, Moira doesn't have her cast anymore. So all the more fun for her. And I hope that that fall or that injury that she had didn't dampen her time at the island, because she wasn't able to participate in any challenges. So I'm glad that it's off. All power to you, Moira. Yes, so then afterwards, she's just like, oh my gosh, Calvin, can you like totally stretch me out? I feel so tight. And I'm like, really? Like a really subtle much? And anyways, I thought that was, you know, reminiscent of some people I know. You know who you are. Reminiscent, and also I liked seeing that like naughty side of her, low-key flirty side of her. Nothing to really see there. You all know that I find Moira and Caleb completely boring. Maybe it's because they don't have enough screen time, or maybe they're just boring. Let me know in the comment section. Then after that, Kirsten gets a text, and it tells them that there's going to be like a girls' spa upstairs where they're going to have like mimosas and manis, and they're all so excited. They love the opportunity to just have private time to chat and get some pampering, and the boys are uber jealous. Some of them were just like, honestly, you could see it on like Johnny's face. And I found like Sally so sweet. She was like, okay, boy, bye. And then she quickly came back and gave him a quick kiss. And I'm just like, in my mind, those are like the top couples, the top couple in the villa. And I think it's just a very authentic connection that they have. And I'm loving every second of it. And obviously the boys are uber jelly that the girls have like that time. And then especially Carrington, he was so pressed. He was just like, oh my gosh, how come every time there's something fun to do, it's the girls who get it first? And I'm like, geez, just relax. Like, he was like, oh yeah, maybe I need some R&R time. Yeah, you sure need some R&R time from your ghosting and slash playing games. That's what you need R&R for. And it might sound like I'm coming off him like super hard, but you guys all know that I was rooting for Carrington like in the beginning. The stereotypes that I had of him went out the window, but then now they're right back in. They're like, hello, nice to see you, Natshell. Yeah, so me and him, done. And then like Johnny was just like, yo, they're girls, bro. That's how the world works. And I'm like, yes, that is how the world should work, because girls need like all the extra care and love and like TLC they can from all the lies you boys put us through, from all the sleepless nights, from all the heartache you put us through. Okay, that is like our armor when we're dealing with this kind of battle, the battle of the lads. So yes, and on the flip side, I was just like, yeah, it's really nice to see that boys also like to do some self-care. And I guess we all, especially as chicks, we all have this like naive type of thinking that men are always like macho and they're cavemen and they're out there warriors providing, hunters, and they don't need R&R time and pampering. So I'm really glad that they're throwing out stereotypes that we have of guys. I'm so glad, y'all. Where are we? So then after that, Johnny gets a text and telling them, okay, you guys are actually going to have a boycation, boys club, and you're supposed to leave the villa and go somewhere, but try to go as stealthily as you can without the girls noticing. So they're all so excited, they're all pumped, and then they have this thing called Operation Shadow, where they're sneaking out of the villa. And I'm just like, seriously, boys will be boys. Question, who do you think out of everyone in the villa would be the best spy, and why? Also, before they left the villa, they were singing and rapping in the confessionals, and I'm just like, please, like, such a cringe moment. And I'm like, but why even try? And you can see Connor trying to like get in beat, and I'm like, abort, stop, just change the channel, okay, real quick. So then Ariel comes into the villa while the girls are having their mani-pedis. By the way, the girls had no idea of what was happening. And then Ariel comes in and tells them, of course, if you haven't noticed that like the villa is completely quiet, that's because then she fills them in on what happened with the boys. And the girls are just like losing their minds, regretting how they just left without saying goodbye to the boys. And like Sally's line was just epic. Y'all are really trying to sabotage. I think like that should actually be on a shirt. I love it. Hands up if you would like to have that on like a cute little graphic tee. Y'all are trying to sabotage. So then she's like, listen, I didn't leave you guys alone. I got the hookup. They're going to be guys to fill in the void that the boys left behind. So we see like new guys doing their like slow-mo walk as they're introducing them and showing them entering to the villa. My initial impressions, I was just like, how many of you guys have lion tattoos? Like, I think there were 2 or 3 boys. Do I remember their names? Nope. But I'm going to do the breakdown. So first there's a guy called Mike, and I'm going to tell you my initial impressions of everybody. I thought Mike was cute, funny, but cocky. And I think that the girl he's going to go for, actually not just one girl, girls. I think I predicted that he would go for Kirsten, Sally, or Justine. Then we have Aaron. And Aaron, I just felt like like, would he turn my head? Who did I think he would go for? I thought he would go for Mackenzie, Moira, or Kirsten. Then we have DeAndre. That's all I need to say. He looks like trouble. and I'm here for it. So the girl I think he's going to go for is obviously Sally or Justine and Kirsten. But I thought he was super corny, and I was grossed out by his lines. I was like, girl's daddy's here. Oh, yeah. My daddy is like, no, not a person that is the same age as you. And I know you meant zaddy, but anybody got time for that, especially a grown woman has her own father that she loves and respects, and she does not regard you in the same manner. Okay, have you been paying for her tuitions? No. Her tuition? No. Have you been paying her bills? No. Have you been changing her diaper? No. So why do you think you can call yourself anybody's daddy? Ugh. Anywho, that's just the hater in me. Pat, I feel like each and every one of these boys, I think, had an element of cockiness, and maybe that's just how men portray their confidence and how it's translated to me. I thought he was going to go for Sally, Moira, and Mackenzie. Jalen, I thought but then like when he was speaking about like the kind of guy, like he's a showstopper and like he has the tattoos, the hair, everywhere he goes into the room, like he feels like all eyes on him. I just thought like he was peacocking a bit way too much, and he smelled a lot of desperation to me, but I'm not hating, I'm just saying the facts, okay? And I think he would go for Moira and Mackenzie, but then that's mostly because he said his type was Moira from the gate. But then I actually thought he would be more of a Kirsten and Justine kind of man. But whatever. So from the reactions, who did you guys think was the thirstiest girl in the villa? And who do you think was the most loyal? Obviously, the girls were just like super excited. Honestly, I can't really say anyone was thirsty. I'll just say that they were excited. But there was someone who was thirsty, in all honesty. Kirsten, she's like, yeah, I'm single. Yeah, I'm single. Like, she stated she was single. And we're like, okay, fine, girlfriend. We heard you for the, like, 11th time. You single. And, like, so then the next scene goes over to the boys being in Casa Amor, and they were way too excited. Everyone was way too excited. Everyone who was, especially Carrington. Carrington was like, way over the top. He was like, yeah, I'm single. It's like, damn, him and Kirsten are so similar, but then like Carrington took it to like, you'd think like he's just like someone who's just been freshly released from prison, and by prison I mean like a 12-year Kenyan education. Anyways, I joke, I kid. Everyone knows how hard Kenyan system is. It's hard. So then the girls casa. Quick question, who do you guys think, which of the boys do you think are going to have their heads turned? I honestly think everyone is kind of going to get their heads turned, because when we saw the girls being Cher, Mercedes, Janelle, Laurel, and Faith, those girls were bombshells, my G. They were bombshells. And I was just like, damn. Honestly, the girls at Casa are hot, and it's just, they're going to bring the drama so hard. And it's not only because they're hot, they have a great attitude, they have the spice, the sauce, and like you can see no one is going to be afraid of trying something new. So my initial impressions, Cher, I thought she was really hot, and I thought she would gravitate. Okay, just hold on 1 second, I have to go. I'll be right back. Okay, crisis averted. Cher, I thought she was hot. If I could liken her to anyone, I think she'd be like Miss Parker from Friday. Hey, Miss Parker. And I thought she would turn Johnny's head. That was the initial person I think she was gunning for, Johnny or Caleb. Initial impressions of Mercedes, I thought she was sweet, I thought she was funny, and she reminded me a lot of Sally, and I thought honestly she would either be a match for Johnny or Connor, just because she's so sweet. Genial. What I found her vocal spicy, and I think she is trouble because she's not holding back for anybody. And you know how these shorties be. I'm a shorty myself, so I know how I be. Trouble. And I thought definitely for sure Caleb or Johnny. Laurel, of course, love the accent. So southern. Whew. But she just looks like a, I don't know, she just looks like a like a scoop of vanilla ice cream on a brownie. So charming, so sweet, and I think should be a perfect match for Calvin, because he's also a southern guy and he seems to harp on that a lot. So that's why. And then last but not least was Faith, and she was confident. She brought all the vavavoom, and initially I thought like she would be attracted to Carrington. So the new girls are not holding back. They like in any sense of the word of not holding back. They are like, yeah, what's up with you guys? You seem like, you know, like you've finally been on a leash and we're here to set you free. And then the guys are like, who do you think, who are you talking about being on a leash? And then they're like, everybody knows who we're talking about. Okay, hold on one sec. So your girl is finally back. I apologize for interruptions, but there's some things that are more important than uploading a video. Okay, you better get your life together. So, yeah. So after they meet the boys, the girls are chit-chatting in the makeup room, and they're talking about who they fancy and blah blah blah. And some of the things the people were saying that they were interested in actually shocked me. One person that shocked me was Faith. She said she was into Calvin, and I'm like, what? I did not see that coming. And yeah, obviously the other ones were obvious. Janelle, obviously she was leaning towards Caleb, because she said so. Cher actually shocks me because she didn't reveal who she was interested in, but for sure Mercedes was, and I wasn't shocked because I was just like, she reminds me so much of Sally. And I mean, who wouldn't go for Johnny, whether you're like Sally or not, right? Yeah, but those are the people who surprised me. And yeah, so Mercedes was quick to claim Johnny. She was like, that boy is mine. And Cher just sat there and said nothing. Better get him, girl. So between Cher and Mercedes, who do you guys prefer for Johnny while he's at Casa Amor? Or are you guys still rooting for Sally? Let me know in the comments below. For me, I'm obviously Team Sally all the way. I know I wasn't for her in the beginning, but she just grew on me, and I can't help but love the girl. I am jumping ship too. So when Jalen got into the house, he was just like, yeah, he was gunning for Moira, and I'm so there for them. I want Moira to get somebody who's going to like just want her. But what I would like to see more for Moira actually is like, I'm so tired of wanting so much for Moira, because I keep wanting for her and she doesn't show that she wants it back. So she's just like sitting there, and honestly my prediction is that if there's anybody's going to be voted off by the public, I think Moira has to go, because she's boring. She's not putting in any effort, and I know she's thinking like how she would behave on the outside, and that's like not how she's applying it on the inside. And the thing is, like, you're in a different situation. Open yourself up, because the environment is completely different. So you can't expect expect same approaches in different environments to give you the same conclusion. So, but at the same time, you can't rush someone's personality, right? But like, we're kind of tired, because if she wanted to go on a slow pace, then I don't think she should have joined Love Island. in my opinion, because everyone has their own shells that they need to come out of. The difference is, are people genuinely trying? And I honestly don't think that Moira is trying. She's just letting the guys pursue her, and she's just like, yeah, I'll take whatever, the wind blows my way. And that just blows my mind. So she was so shocked, and she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you picked me. Why did you pick me? And I'm just like, whatevs, but I'm still here for it. I think her relationship with Calvin is boring. Hopefully and I think Calvin is boring too, in my opinion. I am done with Moira and Calvin. I think when two people are in a relationship and it's boring, I don't think you can blame outside factors or an environment. I think it's just they that are boring. Yeah, no offense. So Calvin seems like he's lit up, and he's talking to Faith, and he's just like a whole different person. And then I don't know how that's gonna go. I see him jumping ship. So Connor actually, I think, pulls like a bunch of girls to talk to, but then I think what is aired is him talking to Cher, and then like Cher is just like, in the confessional, she's just like, you know what, your relationship is just toxic. And then she asks him like if he's willing to test the waters, and advising him not to hold back since he's gotten this opportunity of being in Casa Amor. I think the whole Connor Mackenzie situation is just self-sabotage from both parties. I don't think you can necessarily put the blame entirely on Mackenzie. I think Connor has lost his cherries and he left them in someone's purse, and he needs to go and pick up the crown jewels, because like he annoys me in how he expresses frustration and does nothing about it when it's time to confront the issue with Mackenzie. Like, he is scared by her tears, and then he like double backs on whatever resolution he has. So it's not that he's a bad guy or whatever, but it's just that his actions are going to make him look bad, but his intention isn't to be a bad guy. And I'm just done talking about Connor and Mackenzie. Everyone, all the girls are just like, and especially Janelle is just like, you know what? Those guys, Connor and Mackenzie, are just a hot ass mess, and no one is out here looking to talk about and Mackenzie. Hands up if you want to hear new people talk about old villa relationships. Nobody got time for that, especially Connor and Mackenzie. Nobody got time for that. Get out of here. So there's a dance party, and Sally kills it. Man, I wish I could move when I was that low, but your girl can't. I think Calvin should just keep the dancing to his like bedroom, or just keep it in the shower, because I'm just like, he's adorable and everything, but it's cringe to watch. Just real talk. And at the dance party, like, Kirsten is a hot girl, so I don't understand why she thinks that chugging beer with her arm or wine is like a party trick. It's like, are you a frat bro? Like, confused. So they had like a challenge called Tower of Truth after the whole dance party, and there was a lot of kissing and licking. So here are the saucy bits that we saw. We saw Connor lick Mercedes. We saw Mackenzie kiss Aaron full on the mouth. We saw Carrington. Of course, there were dares that were written on blocks in the tower challenge. And then we saw Carrington kissing Laurel, Kirsten kissing Mike, and Johnny being licked by Mercedes. I'm going to call her Mercy. So like, he had whipped cream on his like nipples, and she was like licking them. It was very risque, very flirty, but I think these games are like an easy way for them to just break the ice and make them comfortable with each other, especially given they have such a short time together in their individual villas. So this marks the end of my recap / commentary Of course, I am so thankful for you guys for sticking around to this point of the video, and this is a point where I say thank you. It's been a pleasure. Please just stick with me for the rest of this Love Island journey, and let's make it pop in the comment section below and pop in the upcoming videos that I'm gonna do. So obviously, like, the Casa Amor is just popping. Like, I'm so excited. It feels like a breath of fresh air, honestly. I don't want to talk about Connor and Mackenzie ever again. I think those guys should break up. I think they should find new people in Casa Amor. I am interested in seeing, like, the boys get their heads turned. I think the boys are going to be in more trouble than the ladies in the villa, and I can't wait to see it all unfold. Hopefully there'll be no tears in the making of this dramatic production that we call Love Island Casa Amor edition. So I am so excited for the rest of the Casa Amor, and I'll be dropping more videos, so you guys make sure that you stay tuned. Until next time, it's been your girl TheNatshell, and we'll see you later.